Hey Leah, why do you look like you're ready for summer?
It's our end of season break. I'm ready to go.
It's the middle of winter.
You're right. Hold on. Beanie, scarf. Fixed it.
Oh my God. I'm Lamont, and I've had a great time this season.
And I'm Leah. I'm looking forward to next season. And you're tuning into
The
the Lamont
Lamont
and
and Leah
Leah
podcast.
podcast.
Oh my gosh, Leah, what a season.
I know. Let's see. How many I didn't even count how many episodes. I was gonna do that before we got started. Like how many episodes that we've done this year. I know that this year we switched to, or sorry, this season we switched to um twice monthly instead of weekly, which has seemed to be pretty good for most people. Including us. We've gotten more people sticking around and actually watching the episodes, watching more of the episodes, which is awesome. We thank everyone who has watched our videos and listened to our podcast this year.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've done 20 episodes this year.
Okay.
But yeah, that's kind of what we're talking about today, huh?
Yeah. So, what are your plans? Or, like, what were your top highlights or your favorite moments from this season?
Should I go first? You're gonna
Sure.
give me that? Oh, how wonderful of you. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna play clips and we're gonna talk about them. So I guess let's start out with this clip from episode 49, which was episode 1 of season 2. The first episodes that we did for this season. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the
No, Leia.
floor. Okay, fine.
So, like in that first clip, like I think I had a hard time because, like, I think I was trying not to like fill it in my head, but like I'm like, oh, don't move so much. So that was definitely going on there.
Yeah, so I love doing these openings. There's something that we wanted to keep from the show back from like when we were teens, Lamont and Leah show. We used to do just like these weird random introductions for all of our videos, and I loved them so much. Um, so yeah, I was like, we need to definitely keep that when we do the podcast. Behind the scenes fact. Sometimes we write them, sometimes we have an idea and we kind of just like let it happen, and then sometimes it occurs naturally.
Right, like today's like today, like a good natural one would have been Leia's background just falling and our faces going.
I know. Were we
But
recording during that yet?
I think so. Either I was or
Okay.
someone.
Yeah. So that happened when we were getting ready to film, but if we recorded it, I will post it as a reel or something or on TikTok because it was actually kind of funny. We were just chit-chatting about like my
Like,
tattoo or something that I
yeah.
just got, or I don't know, but like it just fell. Anyway, but yeah, so that's like one of my favorite things of like in general. It's just like one of my favorite things from the podcast, but that was one of my favorite openings for this season.
So one of my favorite thing, Leia, were the guests,
Mm.
right? We had so many unique guests, and you said episode 49 was one of your favorites. Well, I want first before I begin, like let me shout out to all our guests, everyone who's been on the Lamont Leia podcast from season 1 and 2. We want to thank you guys. We want to have you guys back, and we want new people.
For season 3.
But some people that I really want to highlight is Renita Corals from episode 49, Body Image, which was our first episode of season 2
Mm-hmm.
and episode 62, where she did suicide prevention. The importance of, sorry.
It was episode 62, Suicide Prevention, Importance of Mental Self-Care. And
And
that
then,
episode was also special
because we had our first anonymous guest ever.
yes. Shout
So,
out to them. I hope they're doing okay. Um, and I mean, I don't think they'll come back on the podcast because obviously they were anonymous. But I mean, shout out to you if you do want to come back. I would love to have you to come back because it was a great conversation.
it really was. Another phenomenal guest was Candace Smiley,
Mhm.
episode 53, Surviving Sexual Assault, The Power of Consent. That was such a powerful conversation.
Mhm.
She was so nice and so gracious and so open and so vulnerable. It really stood out.
Mhm.
Another person who really stood out was, hopefully I say this correctly, Brittany Waiapulani?
Wai Pu'i Lani. Pu'i.
White Pui
Pu'i.
Lani.
Yeah. Lani. From episode 60.
Yeah, she did our National Water Quality Month and a Hawaiian perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really nice having her there. It was really nice seeing Leah have like someone that she's like, hey, yo.
Yeah. I'd also like to point out that the Red Hill situation from that episode has not been rectified yet, and Navy needs to get on it.
Well,
Just
if,
saying.
if Leah could drop her mic, she would, but that mic's too
I
expensive.
would. Too expensive. It's also attached.
All right. And then, let me see. So I got those two. We got Renita and Leia. You can't forget our epic LGBT panel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was really cool. We had, let's see, we had Helix, we had James, we had Johnny, Brantley, Nicole, Travis, Vlad, and William. It was a big, huge, like, and there was so much to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I know we couldn't like I think you had to really edit it down because but there was so much. So I like panels, but I'm thinking moving forward, I know we haven't discussed this off camera, so this is your first time hearing this. But like moving forward, like we should do panels, but maybe not that big.
Yeah. I agree. I was gonna say, I hope he doesn't say not to ever do panels. Because I was gonna say the opposite. I was like, let's do another one. Yeah, they're really fun. But yes, I think our record time was almost 3 hours. Like with everything. Like obviously if I took out all like the dead time or like us organizing everything and whatnot, it still was about 2 hours and I had to cut it down from there. So probably a little ambitious, but that's all right. It turned out to be a great episode.
Yeah.
Um, and again, all the episodes we're going to be talking about today can be found on all of our podcasting platforms. They can be found on Facebook and they can be found on YouTube. So make sure you check out all those links in the show description to watch all these or listen to all these, depending on where you're at.
All right. So Leia, back to showing us your favorite clips.
Alrighty. So let's see. Clip number 2 is going to come from episode 52, the episode where we talked about emotional regulation, or regulating your emotion. I don't know. It's some title that's related to that. So let me pull that up. If you could put the benefits of learning self-regulation into like a few sentences, like concise sentences, what would you say?
Yeah, I think it does play an important role in our relationships, our well being, our overall successes in life. People who can manage their emotions and control their behaviors are better able to manage stress, deal with conflict, and achieve their goals. Right?
Especially that last one.
Yeah, it's all about slowing ourselves down, taking like what's coming in, processing it, and then responding to in a better way
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
or the most efficient way.
True. So that was just a small clip. I really liked that episode. but emotional regulation is something that I'm like still working on. And now I'm way too aware of it. Like people are starting to annoy me. Like when I see them having an issue with it, and like even myself, when I know that I'm being ridiculous and like I'm not regulating, I'm like, ugh, stupid, stop it.
No, yeah, I feel like it's something that we really don't learn, or if we do, we only learn parts of it and
Mhm.
not like conducive ways as a whole. And so it's something that we have to relearn through our lives. I mean, like I was having a tough conversation with my brothers the other day, and even though I could process and get through most of it, like I was definitely being emotionally reactive
Yeah.
because it was like hard. Like there
Yeah.
was hurt feelings and we had to talk about it and stuff.
Yeah. It's also like in terms of like siblings, it's so
Yeah,
much easier just to get so mad at them.
for
Like
sure.
all of it goes right out the window.
For sure. So like that's something I've noticed where it's like work or strangers or people that don't matter, like it's easy to stay regulated and like process everything. But when you get in the mess into your family, that's when it just goes like, what training? I'm not a
Exactly.
professional on this. What are you talking about?
Exactly. No, exactly. Like I started working in retail again, unfortunately. But I started working retail again. And like the way I talk to my customers and even when they're being difficult and everything, completely different. Who is she? I don't know her. That's not me. And I come home and my siblings piss me off. I'm like, ah. But yeah, so that's a really good episode.
Adulting has become a noun, verb, so many different things.
Mm-hmm.
And we refer to it, we know what it means, but do we really know what it means? Do we like, or is there multiple meanings?
The reason why a lot of people find it like cringy, or like the article you just sent me that you were talking about earlier, like the first word just says yuck. I think why people see it that way goes back to something that we had talked about in, oh man, what episode was it? I cannot remember, but we did touch on the subject and I will link it somewhere. So make sure you guys check that one out. Where people aren't feeling or seeing themselves as the adult that they grew up seeing. I personally, I see myself like as an adult. I am adulting. I pay my bills, I go do all the things I need to do, my responsibilities. But if I'm trying to think about my teachers I had in elementary school that were maybe around my age, I don't see myself as them. Like I can't relate, right?
Right, right.
Like even though I'm almost 30, I don't feel like I look or act like someone who is typically in quotes 30 years old. Like I don't feel old. I don't act old. I don't like I feel like when someone's like, "Oh my gosh, they're almost 30." They must be like almost dead inside. I'm not.
God.
Like I hate that. And people have been saying that because I turned 29 this year. They're just like, "Oh, guess next year you're going to be an old lady." I was like, "No, next year I'll be 30." Like,
Yeah,
and
so I'm 34. Yes, I know. It doesn't look it.
no, it doesn't.
It's so young, so
Drop
beautiful.
that skincare routine.
But no, anyways, I'm 34, and when I turned 30, I had a big, huge party. It was a big pool party, and there was a walkway, and I strutted into my 30s, like feeling good. Like it wasn't gonna be a death thing
Mhm.
or a like I'm like getting old thing. It was next stage of life for me. New
Mhm.
celebration, more clarity, like more stableness, hopefully, versus my 20s. So that's such a great topic. That is such a great topic. But something that we didn't touch on was our teachers did look older, right?
I
Like
think
we're
so.
about we're almost or some to some of their ages.
Right?
Like you're 29 now, I'm 35 now. Since
Bro,
that's
I'm turning 30 in a
you
month and a
are,
half.
you are. But I feel
Uh,
like look like I feel like we still look way young compared to like they look so ancient. Like not ancient, but like older and wiser and like
yeah. I don't know what that's about. Like,
Maybe it's
no,
just different times.
maybe I keep getting like 24 now. Like, is the general consensus of like how old people think I am 24. I went to go buy a dishwasher yesterday, and I purposely wanted to dress a little like older, right? But still, I'm not going to dress ugly. So I just wore something that I perceived as not being very young looking. Tell me why this girl who was definitely in her early 20s, pretty young, comes up to me and is like, "Hey girl, how can I help you?" I'm like, "Oh God." Because I'm like in the appliance section, and I'm like, "Hi, yeah, I need help." And she goes, "Okay, cool. And you need like a mini fridge or like a wine fridge? Because those are really cool." And I was like, "I need a dishwasher." She goes, "Oh, okay." I was like, "I have a big family." She goes, "All right, cool. That makes sense. Yeah." And I was like, "No, like, girl, I need your help. I don't know how to pick a dishwasher." But she was acting way too cash for me. Like, God, how old do I look right now? I tried really hard. But whatever. No, I don't know what's up with that. Like, it bothers me endlessly how some people look so much like they don't look old, you know? Like, they don't look like physically old. They just have an air of
A vibe.
being a vibe of being an adult. And I'm still over here giving, "Hi, I'm just out of college." But no, that was a good episode. I like that one. We definitely have to talk about that again.
For sure.
Um, why don't we take a very small break? And then we'll come back and let's talk about maybe some of the things we didn't like that we want to change. And then I don't have very long of a list, so that's not going to be a very long topic for me anyway.
For
Yeah.
sure.
And then let's give some preview of what we would like to talk about in the upcoming season.
Sounds good. And we're back.
Alrighty.
So
Let's spill the tea here. Things we didn't like about this season.
so I felt like we were more things I did like I felt like we were more confident after getting our first season under our belt.
Mhm.
I felt like we definitely had a direction away we went, we tackled it, we handled it, we showed up. Good for us. What I noticed was as I would go through people's like because I help manage a podcast group.
Mhm.
Like I'm one of the like moderators or admin or whatever. And so like on occasion, like when I have some free time, I'll go and like listen to other like member stuff to give them some support because it's all about supporting. Like the community is all about supporting. And I'm like, like if I was to check this out for the first time, like this is cute, but I'm taking too long to get into the subject. So I was like, like I think we have a really good quality show. I think we just need to tailor it down a little bit.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
instead of
From an
like
editing
going through, like,
standpoint.
yeah. Instead of going through like several like holidays that like might stand out, maybe picking like one, like today is blah, or this month is blah. And this is what you can do to celebrate. And today we're talking about, and then getting in like so we're getting quicker into the topic for sure.
I agree. That'd be cool.
So that's something I would like to see change.
Something that I did not like about this season is my microphone stand. If I can find clips of this thing falling during recording, I will post all of them. But I don't want to look through all that footage.
That's a lot.
But like this stupid stand is always falling. So hopefully soon I can get a new one because I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it if it falls one more time. Related to it is our backdrops.
Yeah. So we for season 1, we went with our classic color from Lamont and Leah show. For season 2, we decided to brighten up and warm it up a little bit with these. So Leah has a different vision for season 3.
I do. But like, as you can see, there's a big ol' whatever in the background. If you're listening, I have a bunch of wrinkles in my background right now. This material that we chose was probably the worst fabric. Like, it just creases. You look at it and it creases. And so it's been driving me crazy. But yes, I as beautiful as they are, because I think they're stunning. I think they're stunning. Um, I can't wait to get rid of them. If you guys want some free backdrops, hit us up. We'll send them to you for free.
Right. So, really quick, mine looks a little better than Leia's, but what I did was what I started doing was I just started like hooking and pinning it on my thing that exists that lets it down.
Yeah.
What do you call it? What do you call that?
And it's just a backdrop stand.
Okay, so the backdrop stand, the backdrop stand, I would just like fold it and then fold it and then clip
Yeah.
it, and it became so much easier because
Yeah.
before, like I think like 5 episodes, I would have to like wake up, iron it, and then put it up, and I was like, I'm tired of that. I don't want to iron this every single time.
Exactly.
So I found out how to like.
No, that's exactly my problem, because I don't have the I'm not able to leave my backdrop up. Like, it has to come down just because of how small my room is. Because like behind this is a bunch of stuff that I need. So I can't just leave it. So I have to take it down. And I most of the time, right before the podcast, I'm rushing to like get in here. I'm like, okay, gotta get dressed, gotta brush my teeth, gotta eat, gotta do this so I can sit down. And then I gotta go. So yeah, I'm very excited to get rid of the backdrops.
And AKA, like not AKA, FYI. They're not supposed to be ironed. These backgrounds, it says do not iron.
I know.
Exactly.
Exactly. I'm like, so what am I supposed to do? Just have it wrinkly all the time? I don't think so, my dude. But yeah. Was there anything else that you didn't like about this season?
The lack of engagement. Guys, what do I have to do to get you guys talking, chatting, commenting, sharing our material, man? I don't know what else to do. I think originally I thought, oh, maybe if I talk about these holidays, I can get like, that didn't really work. So I'm back at the drawing board.
I think we need to be more controversial. We need clickbait titles.
For sure. Clickbait titles on top. Like we just need to we need you guys engaging. So
yeah.
Season 3, want to give us a present? Talk to us. Engage with us. Like that's all you gotta do.
Yes. Let us know what you want to hear about. Because I mean, we're full of ideas, but there are episodes where the analytics, like episodes we're excited about, that the analytics show that everyone else is not excited about. We're like, oh, what a bummer. So if you guys have a topic that you would like to hear our opinions on, or maybe even come on the show and talk to us about, or discuss with us about something, let us know in the comments, or message us, or email us. All of our contact information is again in the show description. Very quickly, Lamont, let's give them just a very off the top of our head idea of maybe what some of our topics might be this year, and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay, so one that I'm excited to talk about is untraumatic grooming. So
yes.
that's Leia's idea, but I've been thinking about it for a long time, and I'm glad she put it on the list to talk about.
Some ones that I came up with that I don't even know if I put on the list, so surprise Lamont, is I would like to talk about more sustainability this year. I know we did 1 episode this year. I'd like to do more, because it is something. Do not pay attention to the fact that I'm drinking from a water bottle today, okay? I found this downstairs, and I was like, oh, I gotta go record. I'll grab it. I don't know whose this is or where it came from, but whatever. But yeah, I want to talk about sustainability. I want to talk about women's health in particular, because I feel like women's health is not talked about openly in public as it should be. And I'd also like to talk about disability awareness, and the ADA.
All right.
Those are 3 topics that I'd like to bring up this year.
Let's see. I would like, so last year or this year, season 2, Leah and I tried to get a psychic on our show or someone that's like dabbles in that. I would like to see if we can do that for season 3, because my little Christian heart thinks like we shouldn't like talk about that stuff or shouldn't go there, but my lived experience is saying there has to be something to it. And shows like Disney shows like like Mulan 2, where like the focus was like being in balance.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of times we're out of balance. Maybe we might learn one way and think that's just the right way. And so therefore we are out of balance when it's that way plus this way equals the whole way.
That's a good point.
And so it's like there's something to it. Like again, like I have fears because of just being brought up like that's deviltry, like you don't want to mess with the devil or invite the devil. And like so that pops up into the back of my mind. But I'm like, when these people talk about stuff, like I was watching a TikTok the other day, and there was this one psychic. He was very friendly. He might be gay. That matters. But he was very friendly, and he was like, yeah, I just really wanted to help people. And like he would tell them things that like their parents need to tell their kids, like I'm proud of you, and I'm moving on. Like he was like, they look like this and they're talking about this and like now they're saying this, and I was like, is this real? Like, oh my god. And like, but like it really brought comfort to these people, and I'm like, how is that wrong, or how is that bad, or how is that evil, or how is that of Satan? Like and again, like other people have different points of view, and it's okay to have those points of view, but like I'm just like, I'm challenging some of the thoughts. So I would like for us to get like someone on to like explain like how this works, what they do, what they see, what they feel, and how it helps other people.
Yeah, that'd be really interesting. Yeah, I do remember that we did talk about that. So yes, I'd like to do that. I would like to guest on more shows, because I think we've guested on maybe one, because the other one we just could never schedule, huh?
Was it so we guest started on the Bleeding Edge, huh?
Yes, so we guest starred on MCU's Bleeding Edge podcast with our friend who was on our podcast a few episodes, called Jeff S. I wonder if he ever posted that yet. I don't know. If he posted it, we'll link it. But yeah, we were supposed to guest on someone else's too, but we just could not get the timing right. Oh no, there was a third one. It was a third one. Why is his name slipping my head right
that
now?
was in season 1, I think we guessed.
Yeah, that was back last time, but I can't. Oh my gosh, now I feel so bad that I can't remember his name. Himanish.
Yes.
Himanish. Okay.
We've done 2.
Yes, we've done 2.
We've done 1 per season.
So yeah, I'd like to guest on a few other podcasts this year. I think that'd be fun and might also help our engagement.
Hopefully.
But yeah, so I think that's about it. We're gonna go take our season break now. We're gonna prep for next season, and definitely check out our socials to find out the like release schedule and all that jazz about what's happening with season 3.
All right, guys. See you soon.
See you next season. Bye.